Welcome to the Donnie and Anthony Show, the DNA show, because the black and blue runs through our DNA. And I tell you what, that black and blue was running this past weekend, man. The Red Rifle under center. They said, Bryce, we're just going to have to sit you down for a little bit, learn from the sidelines, grow, learn, mature from this. Let the 14-year veteran stand in for you, and show how it's done. We haven't been this happy in a long time for this franchise, man. So even though it wasn't like we beat the Kansas City Chiefs or the Super Bowl, but it feels like it. It feels like it, man. And because they look good. Not only did they win, but they just look good. Andy Dalton looked good. Defense looked good. Receivers, the weapons look good. Chuba Hubbard looked good. Everybody just did well. Offensive line did well. I mean, it's a great A performance from everybody, and we're just happy to be a part of it, man. So right off the back, man, was a decision to put Andy Dalton in to kind of get this thing going. Are you happy? Everything the right decision. Your overall view after this 36-22 win over the Raiders. Your thoughts?
Man, listen, I'm not gonna like the great Anthony fan, like you alluded to when after the game, man, you said, "Well, let's not get into the Kyle Allen effect." You remember it? Besides
Sure.
us, and maybe a small minority of other people said, when the Kyle Allen thing was going on, man, they were like, "Man, let's trade Cam Newton, let's cut Cam Newton." Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But this here is what this city needed. This is what this franchise needed. This is what this fan base needed.
Yeah.
Was a statement. Was a heat pounding statement. We're on the road. Las Vegas, the Raiders. That's a tough organization. Tough fan base.
Yeah.
We went in their house in that beautiful, I mean, multi-billion-dollar stadium. We took their heads and we're heading back to Carolina, baby. Shout out to the Red Rifle. Shout out to Trooper Huber. Shout out to the fellas up front. Shout out to Deontay Johnson. And even a shout out to Adam Thielen, man. Went from throwing the temper tantrums to catching touchdowns. So
Right.
um, shout out to all the fellas, man. They played a great role. Shout out to the defense. Shout out to JC Horn. I'm showing love to everybody, not just the Red Rifle, man. Shout out to JC Horn for locking up one of the top receivers to ever play this game
Yeah.
at the line of scrimmage. We'll go over that a little bit further, but that's your guy. You know, I love JC Horn as well, but that's your guy. And shout out to Clowney for getting a sack. You know, I called my dog out, but it's all love. And I was hyped to see him get his first sack as a Panther. Man, a shout out to the fellas. Shout out to Coach Canales, man. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna food. Shout out to the video in the locker room post game, man. The energy.
Yeah.
Man, we hadn't felt. Listen, we won twice last year, but we didn't win in dominating fashion like we did.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, bro, hadn't felt that good in a long time, man.
Yeah. The Panthers came into Las Vegas and they put it down. They put it down after all the text messages and saying you ain't gonna do that, like with the girl you're talking to, and you have to come over, you have to prove her wrong, you have to put on a performance of a lifetime, and boy did they, boy did they. So and hey, and shout out to the Panther fans that were there in Las Vegas. There was a couple in that crowd and stood the test of time. And yeah, standing against those fans, those Raider fans. That's I know those are
You're
Vegas.
toxic.
Yeah, I know Vegas is different from like Oakland or Los Angeles, but still, yeah, being amongst those guys is tough. So kudos to those guys for going out there and doing their thing and holding it down for the Panther Nation. Um, yeah, Andy Dalton came in, did his thing, showed why he's a 14-year-old veteran, 14-year veteran, and why he's still in the NFL. So, and from here on out, he may just be taking snaps. We'll see, and hopefully he keeps playing that way. Um, you mentioned all the good that happened, and yeah, you mentioned the one thing. Yeah, I don't want to get the Kyle Allen effect where we're like, this is it, he's our next guy. No friends or butts. I'm not saying that what it is, but we just don't want to jump ahead of ourselves. So next week against the Bengals, the week after that, Commanders, or I can't remember who's after Bengals. Commanders. We got to see Dallas still. We have to see Kansas City, Philly. He's got a tough road ahead. He can still do it if he keeps playing like this. But we gotta Andy got to keep proving all of us wrong and proving why this team was good. So let's keep doing it. Please do. And he'll drop games just because he loses doesn't mean it's like oh god. But it's about the performance, just like you said. We won 2 games. That was good. That was a great quote there from you, sir. We won 2 games, but it didn't win. We didn't win in dominating fashion. We didn't win in a satisfactory way. So that's a great point there. Also, I did notice a couple drop picks from Raiders. So and that happens. Balls get batted, hits get dropped, and you know close things happen. But he did make great throws, especially corner route to Deontay. Fantastic throw off the back foot, fading away, and he got hit by a couple more than one guy. Still a dime in the back, man, beautiful. Um, Diamond in the back, sunroof Toff. Uh, digging on the scene with a gangster lean, and his name's Andy Dalton. Beefy antennas in the back. I want a diamond, and we got and we got a diamond in Andy so far. So um, also Chuba is just the man. We were both saying how much he's grown on us. He's grown on you. Um, he's doing his thing. Miles Sanders got into the end zone. There are weapons. A lot of people say, "Man, we got to get help for Bryce. We gotta get offensive line. Offensive line is there as of now. They are number 2 in pressures allowed, the least amount of pressure. Baltimore number 1, Carolina number 2. So the offensive line is there. They are playing well, very well. Um, Receivers are there. Leggett, good game. Johnson over 100 yards. Thielen, great catch at the end, great throw. Running game's all there, and then the defense helped as well doing their thing. Mike Jackson with a pick, couple sacks. Your boy Clowney as well. So man, things are looking up. The stock has risen. It's like Donald Trump got voted in. I'm just kidding, people. I know y'all people. That's it. We're not listening to them anymore. They're Donald Trump supporters. I didn't say that, but things were cheaper when he was in. Oh my God. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, uh, yeah, the stock is rising for Carolina, man, and it's a great feeling, great feeling. So now with all that great stuff said, is any concerns, anything you want to keep seeing, or your thoughts?
Um, as far as and hold on, before I do that, let me give a shout out to Mike Jackson too. Didn't mean to look over Mike Jackson. Mike Jackson had a great game.
Yeah,
He's had a great 3 game tenure so far in Carolina. My biggest worries, of course, is can number one, can we even maintain this kind of offensive attack against a team like the Bengals? That's a playoff.
yeah,
They have been losing, but that's still the Bengals. They're going to be a tough team. Can we do it?
yeah.
Um, can we take care of Cincinnati? Is one. Can Andy Dalton keep this up? Can Andy Dalton stay healthy? Is this offense going to look like this for the duration of the season? Because people are going to
Mhm.
start getting film. They're going to start checking our tendencies. They're going to start looking at what we do on certain downs and distances.
Right.
Of course, that's my biggest concern. That's all offensive, but I'm not worried about our rushing attack. Chuba looks great. Chuba has grown on me over the last 2 years, man. I mean,
Yeah.
the running back he's become super critical of him, but man,
Yeah.
Chuba has grown on me so much.
Hard
Could at this
runner.
pace, yes, sir. Could at this
Mhm.
pace become one of the next great good Panther running backs to be
But she did
etched?
just pass Stephen Davis for all-time rushing yard for a Panther. So
Absolutely. But he's
yeah,
getting there. He
yeah,
runs hard. He's starting to catch the ball well.
yeah,
Um, this might be a shocker, but my biggest concern in general is getting after that quarterback. I know, Clowney got a sack and all that, but consistency. I did see a stat that Clowney led the league with 8 quarterback pressures this game, but with all those pressures, someone still needs to be getting home. If one
yeah.
guy's get back there, someone else has got to do their part too and get back at that quarterback.
Right.
I need, like I said, we had I want to say 2 or 3 sacks this game, which is good, but I need to see this consistently. We're gonna start playing some good guys. We're playing. Jamar Chase. We're playing T. Higgins.
Yeah,
Like those guys are. You're gonna want to. I do trust our cornerbacks. I do trust J.C. Horn. I think J.C. Horn, when healthy, easily is a top five corner in this league.
right,
Wish death on me, call me stupid, call me whatever you want. But J.C. Horn is a top notch corner in this league. Um, but you still don't want your corners having to. If we're not getting home, you don't want your corners having to play man coverage for 5 to 6 seconds.
right.
Let's get
Exactly.
after these guys, man. I need to see this defense start getting. Come on, y'all. I need to see more quarterback hurries. But nonetheless, I don't want to take too many negatives out of a dominant win like we had this week, man. Very proud of these fellas. A lot of distractions coming into the week, and I don't want to have a long-winded response. I always typically do this, and I'm sorry, brother.
Nah, it's your show.
Um, it's our show, brother. Um, but yes, very distracting week. A lot of headlines, a lot of criticism from outside sources who
Yeah.
don't even cover this team. And I want to go on a rant before we end the show, but a lot of sources, a lot of distractions, a lot of negativity surrounding these fellas went into enemy territory. They kept pounding. They got the dub. I'm happy,
Yes.
man. So let's
Yes.
build on it now. Now we got to build on this.
Yeah. Rex Ryan was giving us hell, and we every. I've seen a video where it was switching between Rex Ryan, what he was saying about the Dave Canales and the whole team, and it was turning it, and it would go to Dave Canales. They were like, "Oh, they're not getting to the quarterback," and then it would switch to Dave Canales. Honey would have sagged. Da 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 would have sagged, and it's like they have no receivers. Buck 20 for Deontay Johnson, So we proved everybody wrong, man. And there's no such thing as a crystal ball out there where you can tell us what will happen, what's going to happen, and this is it. They're done. Stick a fork in them. No, none of that, man. There's no such thing as a crystal ball. So it's not over till it's over, as I always say. But nonetheless, man, Andy Dalton, 319 yards and 3 touchdowns, first quarterback to do that this season. Um, at the time, Hubert Hubbard, 114 yards on 21 carries. Miles Sanders ended up seeing the end zone himself the one time. Deontay Johnson, 8 receptions for 122 and a tutty. Hubert caught one for a tutty. Great play design. If you go back, watch that play. Andy Dalton went through his progressions, dumped it down. Mingo's out on the outside. Hubert goes right in. Great,
Good
great
block by
play.
Mingo,
Great
by the
job.
way. I
Yes,
want to give a
Mingo.
shout out Mingo.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thielen with a great catch, and now we won't be seeing Thielen for the next, at least the next 4 weeks, hamstring pull. He hadn't done that in so long. I don't blame him for pulling his hamstring and giving up on him. He's like, shit, I had to reach out for this one. I hadn't done that in a long time. Hold on, my hamstring, the ham. So he hadn't had to do something like that in a long time, man. So yeah, I'm sure his hamstring was like, hold on a second. Uh,
I ain't seen you lack like this in a long time.
yeah, right. So unfortunately, we're down him. But guess what? We drafted a man for that reason named Xavier Leggett, and it's your time, brother. It is your time. Deontay and Xavier and Mingo will probably be your three main targets coming this Sunday. Piggyback off what you were talking about earlier, man. Even though they're 0-3, it is the Cincinnati Bengals. It is Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Lamar Chase. I don't care what they are. Those three, those three guys right there can get it done. And great X's and O's. That's why you guys, and I'm serious about this. You guys need to listen to the guy. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to the X's and O's of the game. No one thinks about the five. That was beautiful. 5 to 6 seconds, seven, maybe eight. And by that time, the quarterback needs to be gotten to, sacked, pressured, hit, slap, something. And eventually coverage will break down. And they see Mike Jackson will look like they're not good. But it's all one unit. Defense is all one unit. So defensive line has got to at least make them feel uncomfortable. If number one goal is to get to the quarterback, or at least make them feel uncomfortable, then it makes the corner's job a lot. Not taking away anything from Josh Norman, he was a great corner, but what helped him out is he had a front seven linebackers and D line who can get to the quarterback, and then when they had to throw under pressure and make not comfortable throws, he picked it off. So it's everybody helping everybody. Yeah. So, and the first year we went to the Super Bowl, Julius Peppers, Mike Rucker, Chris Jenkins, and Brinson Buckner were your front four. Scary, scary. And then right behind him are now GM Dan Morgan, Will Witherspoon, and I can never remember the third.
Was it
Uh,
Shields or Fields or
it
something?
was Mark Fields, but he had cancer that year. Him and Sam Mills both found out they had cancer at the same time, so he had to sit out. But the third,
That's a little bit before my time.
um, man, sometimes it was like Al Wallace, but he was another defensive end. Yeah, I can never remember the third guy. So, but yeah, and then that made guys like Ricky Manning look great and Mike Mentor and all that stuff. So, um, and I'm just thinking about that team. Terry Cousins was one of our corners. This is before Chris Campbell came along.
Manning,
Ricky Manning Jr. Um, Cooper was a free safety at the time as well. Yeah, great memories, great stuff. But anyway, uh, so I lost my train of thought there. Uh, all in all, man, you see the score 36-22, and we could be prouder of these guys, man. And let's keep it going. Let's keep pounding. Um, so next week, what are the major things that you're looking for against the Bengals, Donnie?
well, sir, I'm gonna give you your flowers. I really learned the game from you, and just on my free time. So shout out to you, sir, for putting me on. Always gotta pay homage. But looking at the Bengals this week, man, the biggest takeaway I want to allude again. I'm a, I guess I was spoiled by Ron Rivera and his philosophy, man. Just getting after the quarterback, man. You got to get after him early, and you got to find a
Yeah,
way to disrupt Joe Burrow. I will give Joe Burrow this. He's an LSU guy, and I love my LSU Tigers. And I gotta give respect here, man. He's a tough cat, man. Pressure don't scare him, but even
yeah,
though it don't scare you, it still affects you in some way. If you get back there the right way. So with a team like this, man, these guys, guy like Jamar Chase, for instance, I mean, he's arguably the best receiver in the league. Just taking away opportunities. I want his windows to be tight windows to throw in. You know, you don't want to give Jamar Chase anything underneath because he has the ability to get up the field and make big plays happen. He and DJ Moore are so good at that. But I think getting after him, man, you got to get after the quarterback. I want to see Clowney get another sack this weekend. Hopefully more than one. Um, got to get hands on them, and I just want to see this offense keep going, man. Control. I want to see great possession time. I want these to be long, sustained drives. I want them to wear this defense out. I want Chuba to keep doing his thing on the ground. Let's keep establishing that run game. We have a good two-headed monster right now, man, with Chuba leading the way, but Miles Sanders coming in, establishing the
yeah.
run,
And
and
Brooks is
just
on
keep
his way.
absolutely. And
Yeah,
I can't wait to see what Jonathan Brooks does.
yeah,
Just keep feeding the hungry hands. Deontay Johnson, keep getting him in isolated situations. Keep putting him in situations where he's one on one. I love his ability to get open with his route running. I
yeah,
think before we traded to get him, he was one of the highest ranked receivers to in yard the separation yards or separation per or something like that. It was like yards per separation or separation yards. He was one of the highest in the league with that. So
yeah,
just keep it simple. Whatever we did last week, obviously cleaned up some of the throws that are dropped. The Bengals are a good football team. Don't let their record fool you. Those guys are
yeah,
always going to be tough as long as they got the quarter they got. So they got a guy in Trey Henderson who's going to come in and rush the passer. I need to see this offensive line keep holding up. They've held up
yeah,
against Crosby. They've held up against Bosa.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, man. Just keep doing what we're doing, man. Dave Canales is going to have another big challenge this week, but if he can go to Las Vegas and do what he did what he did against a uh, great coached Raiders team, I love Antonio Pierce. Love what he could do. Keep it going, man. I know I just said a whole bunch of nothing, but seriously, this what we did last week, man. You just want to replicate it, and
yeah,
just want to clean some things up.
yeah.
Um, we're in Cincy, right?
It's
We're
at
in
home.
Cincy.
It's at home,
Oh,
and
oh,
it's
my fault. My fault. We're at home. It's Julius
yeah,
Pepper's inauguration or
yes,
inductee game.
yes.
Well,
So if you're going to the
my
game,
head's all
you'll
over the place. Well,
right. You're just excited off the win, man. It's,
Um,
it's all
we're at
exciting.
home, man. I need to see more blue jerseys. I need to see
Yeah.
more blue, black, white jerseys there than I need to see orange jerseys.
Right.
When they pan that camera around, the atmosphere at home needs to be everything. It needs to be everything. It
Yeah.
needs to be a tough. It needs to be a very tough place to play. These
Yeah.
fans need to come out. They need to stop getting up on third down. They need to stop using the bathroom and you know, making it a social thing, man. Come here and support those fellas, man. That is a huge win to build off on. People want to pick on the ticket prices, but hell, take advantage of the damn ticket prices.
Right.
$2 a ticket. Hell, take advantage of it.
Yeah. Go.
Hey,
Yeah.
you
For
guys want
sure.
to play us? Take advantage. Excuse my
Yeah.
friend. Take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Um,
If we lived in Charlotte, we'd be there for sure every Sunday
brother, I ain't gonna lie to you. I would find a way for us to be season ticket holders
for
if
sure.
we both lived in Charlotte.
Yeah. For
But
sure.
we need to this is my biggest takeaway. I know we've been talking football, and this is football, but we need to reestablish a dominant home field culture.
Yes. Yeah.
We
That's when we were
cannot,
most successful. Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, listen, Dan talked about it in his introductory press conference. You want them to fear the logo. And when they pull
Right.
up, I want them to know Bank of America Stadium is going to be a tough place to play, and these fans are going to be loud.
Yeah.
It's going to be rocking. On third down, chairs are going to get rattled. People are going to be loud.
Yeah.
When we score, that place needs to erupt. I mean,
Right.
we need that culture back, man. And I pray that this win here, I know it's one win. I'm not saying we're back, baby,
Yeah.
but being realistic, there needs to be more Carolina Panthers jerseys in that stadium this Sunday. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Show up. Get
Yeah.
invested. Wave your flags that they give you. I mean, hell, we got a free flag and we waving it.
Yep. That's
We
right. We
always
did.
looking at hey, take off your shirt, spin around like a helicopter, like Petey Pablo said, man. Make
Right.
make make this, make all this, make this feared again, bro. Make it feared
Yeah.
again. Stop
For
being
sure.
punks. We ain't no punk franchise. You
Yeah.
don't you don't keep pounding. You're not a punk if you keep pounding. You keep pounding. You're a dog. You're a
Right.
different breed. Be a beast. Be proud of what you do. This I'm going on a long-winded rant, but I'm serious, man. I'm fired up, man, because this is a beautiful organization. There's been
This is
so
what we
many
can
great.
be.
Can we just saw the flashes of who we can be.
Right.
With the adversity hitting us on the face, we're going all the way to the West Coast, and we're having a face. No matter what people want to say, that's still a tough Raiders team. They're coached by
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce. They're going to be a tough Raiders team. So we beat them. We come back home, reestablish home field advantage.
Yeah. So
Should
yeah,
be even playing.
just like you were saying, we got to do all that stuff in the stadium. It's where it starts and it's where it ends. And just like my dad was able to go to the 2015 NFC Championship game. He said the entire stadium did not sit down the whole time. Cam Newton even talked about the feeling of that when he was on the field. He said he was shaking the whole time. If you go back and look, the cameras are shaking. They can't even keep the cameras steady because and as a TV guy, I work in TV. Those kind of cameras they use, I mean, you can do all kind of stuff. It takes a lot for them to shake. That means if those cameras are shaking, that means people are getting up and down hard. So, especially those big lens and they're so stable and stuff. Those are thousands of dollars. Those cameras are um, hundreds and thousands of dollars. So to make those shake, you're getting up and down, and that's what we need to bring back. So, Andy Dalton, we want you to have your blood and guts game. It's time for you to go back to Cincinnati and make them wish they never let you go. So,
Let's go.
it's all on you, man. Dave, it's all on you. Pepper and Canales.
Hey, big
uh,
game too, sir. Not to interrupt,
yeah.
man. One of the greatest to ever do it, man. I just bought his jersey, the replica. Julius Peppers is gonna be in the house, man. That was one of the
Yes.
founding. That he is a man on the Carolina Panthers Mount Rushmore, man. Show out
Yes.
for him. Show out for him.
Yeah.
Those are the guys. Those are the cats who built this culture. Now that's a
Yes.
Carolina guy through and through,
Through and
from
through.
Nash County.
Yes.
Went to Carolina. Came to Carolina to play football. Man,
Yeah.
let's go, bro. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Reestablish home culture. Andy Dalton, get your lick back, homie. They said he ain't good enough. Get your lick back. Get your lick back. Show Joe Burrow. Show Joe Burrow, man. I was you before you were you.
Right. So, yeah, and we're the superior cat in this. All right. We
We're the superior males.
Panthers over the Bengals, man. And Ain't nowhere to go but up. And hey, you play like you did last week, Andy Dalton. You're more than welcome to come over and have a visit for one of my sisters. All right, I'll close the door and everything. uh, so anyway, yeah, we're excited. As you can tell, man, we're in heaven at the moment, even off of one game. So, but like you said, man, this shows what we can be. Uh, We and I think we can be even more. I think we can score 48. You know, so and because we got the talent, man, and we got the support. So uh, next week, Panthers, Bengals, DNA show. Join us. Once you'll see us go live on TikTok and YouTube, or maybe even a delay tape, and we'll see. We both have crazy jobs, so but we're excited, man, and we believe in the Red Rifle himself, Andy Dalton. Blood and guts game, hopefully for him. So any last words, sir? What do you want to see come out of this team on offense and the defensive side before we sign out of here?
Take everything personal from the naysayers. Take everything
Mm,
personal. You guys are the ones working. You guys are the ones putting in the work. Like Andy Dalton said when he did the interview post game. I can't remember what he said verbatim, but he did allude to the fact he said, "We played today like I know we could play. We played
exactly.
today like uh, he knows it. We know it. You look at this roster; these guys are very talented. There's very talented cats on this team, man. And
Yeah.
play like you know it, but take everything personal. Hey, Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson want to play around. Hey, look, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Chad Johnson's coming to the game, man. Make him
Mhm.
eat crow. Make
Yeah.
there's my Michelle eat crow. I mean, make him eat crow. Make both of them fellas eat crow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my Michelle. Nah, that's our Shannon Sharp.
Hey,
What's wrong with you?
due to the Bengals, what Shannon Sharp did to that woman on Instagram Live, baby.
Absolutely. It's all for show anyway. No, I'm playing. But I got beat right now, man. I'm trying to play this. Take if I'm Dave Canales, I'm taking every negative thing that people are saying, and I'm playing it every day before practice. How we play the Bluetooth speaker. I ain't trying to be funny. I will literally, hey, Carolina Panthers ain't a good football team. This team lacks talent. That's a personal shot at you guys.
Sure.
Personal shot at us as an organization.
Yeah.
Take everything personal. Make people eat crow. Be them dogs that I know we can be, man. And most importantly, man, just keep the same thing, Dave. Keep building on it, man. I know that win felt good. Your first win as a head coach in Carolina. One
Yeah.
of the very he's a minority head coach as a Hispanic man, bro. That be proud, man. We're proud of you. We're proud of this team, man. Reestablish a culture that's been lost.
Yeah. For sure.
Reestablish it. We miss it. You see how happy we are. Reestablish that culture, because that's what we grew up loving. We didn't make the playoffs every single year, but we always had a chance to win. And when we
Yeah.
made the playoffs, man, we were just through the roof, man. This win right here says a lot. For us. We're static, and we've been robbed of good football for a long time. So I say all that to say, man, the main thing you need to keep doing is you need to keep pounding, baby.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
pounding.
Lovely, lovely way to end it, man. They're 0-3 and they're still counting. The Bengals are 0-3 and they're still counting us out. We could be 2-2. And no one would have ever said that. They thought we were going to win 2 games all year, and it's the fourth weekend, and we can go ahead and meet our standards right off the back. So beautifully said. At the end of the day, you're going to keep counting, and that's what we're going to keep doing, man. The Dying Anthony Show, DNA Show, Black and Blue runs through our DNA, and at the end of the day, what we're going to do?
You're gonna keep pounding, baby. Let's go.
That's right, man. Panthers over the Bengals. We're the superior cat. See you then. And Julius Peppers on the sideline. Show out for that man, the legend, North Carolina legend, Julius Peppers. All right, baby. Keep pounding from the Diane Anthony Show.